Greetings, my name is Kimberly Raikes and I am the farm manager for Whitelock Community Farm in Baltimore, Maryland. This is my second year as a food safety education trainee. Here at Whitelock, we have a farm manager, myself, interns, and volunteers. Everyone who handles produce is trained in food safety. Through the Chesapeake Harvest Food Safety Project, Dana, Crystal, and myself are becoming community-based food safety educators. We've completed the PSA growers training, and we are helping to plan and participate in the supplementary modules that Lindsay Gilmour and Alea Frazier are leading.
Kimberly, so after 2 years of food safety training, what kinds of changes have you made at the farm?
All of our staff is now trained in food safety. We have added new wash stations.
Wash stations?
Yes, hand washing stations. We have them in 3 separate locations now. We always had one here on the main lot, but now we have them in our cooler area so that anyone is going in and out of the cooler can wash their hands as they're going in and coming out. And then we also have one on the south lot, which is across the street. That way you don't have to come over here to wash your hands every time you're doing something on the south side.
Making it as easy as possible to do the right thing.
Exactly.
Right.
We are now laundering all of the reusable gloves regularly, and we have separate bags for clean and dirty gloves. We have spare clothing in case people need to cover up really dirty clothes before harvesting or packing. We have a nice break area for people to rest, eat, and drink so they don't do it in the field. Before they start working on the farm, all the Whitelock interns and volunteers that work with produce must watch a video from Cornell called Fruits, Vegetables, and Food Safety, Health and Hygiene on the Farm. This video teaches the basics of health and hygiene and produce safety, such as what are pathogens, where do they come from, and how are they spread, when and how to wash your hands properly, as well as what to do if you need to wear gloves, what to do if you are ill or injured, and what to look for and what to do if produce or equipment surfaces are contaminated. Then, as we work with people, we reinforce this training by demonstrating the right way to do things. We show people where to wash their hands, where to find the first aid kit, where clean gloves are kept, and where to take their breaks, how to handle clean and dirty equipment, and we talk about how food safety applies to each task on the farm, and how to keep food safe as we work. Whitelock Community Farm has 3 hand washing stations that use municipal water, and they are stocked with soap, paper towels, and trash can with a lid, and a safe way to dispose of wastewater. We have signage to remind people that we take food safety and hand washing very seriously. Wet your hands, add soap, and wash your hands thoroughly. Front and backs of your hands, the tips in between your fingers, and your lower wrist. Scrub your palms with your fingernails, which get them both cleaner. Rinse with clean water, then dry with a paper towel, not on your clothes. Put used paper towels in the covered trash can so that they don't blow around the farm. Now you're ready to start work.
At Whitelock, we've gotten more organized so that clean and dirty harvest and packing equipment is clearly identified and clean equipment is stored safely in the sheds. Before going out to harvest, we pull clean harvest equipment from the storage shed, and the harvest bins are lined with new plastic bags. We keep harvest bins off the ground while harvesting by turning a milk crate upside down and putting the bin on top. The harvested crops are never placed on the ground. When they come in from the field, The full bins are staged on benches in wash pack areas, and then they are either washed, spun, and packed, or packed dry. Then everything goes right into the cooler, ready for the CSA or the market stand.
What changes have you made with the cold storage?
Our cooler has a new floor. We have added a shelf, and we have painted it so that we're able to actually spray it down when we want to clean. And then we put a rubber mat on the floor so that the ceramic tiles don't get broken.
And the shelf is there to stop things from being placed right on the floor?
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
As an urban farm, trash is a consistent issue. We walk the property daily to remove trash and debris. Trash is emptied daily and picked up weekly. All the culled vegetables and plant waste goes into our compost bins so it doesn't build up in the field or around the pack area and attract pests.
We are cleaning and sanitizing all of the food contact surfaces.
We use a 4-step process to clean and sanitize equipment and food contact surfaces. First, we clean off the dirt and debris by brushing or spraying with water. Then we use soap, water, and a brush and scrub the tool or surface. Scrubbing thoroughly helps to get into all the nooks and crannies. We rinse off the soap with clean water. Finally, we spray thoroughly with a sanitizer solution. For the sanitizer to be effective, the contact time is 2 minutes, which means the surface should stay wet with the sanitizer for at least that long. Once you've sprayed the clean equipment, you set it somewhere clean to dry. There's no need to rinse off the Sanidate solution. One of the sanitizers we use is Sanidate 5.0, which is peroxyacetic acid. This sanitizer is approved for use in organic production. It's very important to follow the label instructions on how to handle and mix sanitizers, as they are extremely concentrated and potent substances. And we follow the label instructions to calculate the concentration and the contact time. Before mixing, we put on protective gloves and glasses. The required Sanidate concentration for sanitizing hard surfaces is 200 parts per million, which is 2 teaspoons per gallon of water. To mix in a spray bottle, we calculate how much sanitizer is needed for the amount of water in the container. Fill the container with water, carefully measure out the correct amount of sanitizer, and mix it into the water. This spray bottle holds 1 quart of water, so the amount of Sanidate we mix in is just about 3/4 teaspoon.
Even though we have municipal water on the farm, which is potable and very low risk, when we wash high-risk crops such as salad greens, we add Sanidate to the wash water. This is just to be extra careful because we can't control everything that might contact the greens in the field, and we know people will eat them raw. We use 2 sinks to wash the greens. The first sink has potable water and the second sink has solution of Sanidate and potable water. The sinks hold 15 gallons of water. For washing salad greens, we want a concentration in the range of 40 to 60 parts per million, which is about 3/4 teaspoon of Sanidate per gallon, or 3 tablespoons for 15 gallons. We carefully measure out the correct amount of Sanidate, add to the sink, and then add the water. We can change the water and Sanidate after washing every batch of greens. Or we can use a Sanidate test strip to check the concentration of available peroxyacetic acid that remains after each batch. A large amount of organic matter in the water can reduce the concentration of available sanitizer, so we use the test strips to see if more Sanidate needs to be added. After each batch, using a clean cup, we scoop up some of the wash water and immerse the test strips. You remove the test strip with the pad side up. Don't shake off the water, wait for 10 seconds, then compare the strips to the color chart on the vial to gauge the concentration. If the concentration has dropped below 40 ppm, you add a little more Sanidate and test again until you get back to the 40-60 ppm range.
Not every farm uses sanitizer in their produce wash water, and at Dicott Farm in Waldorf, Maryland, they choose not to. Here we can see Max Fetter at Dicott Farm spray washing Hakurei turnips, sometimes called a single pass spray method. He's spraying with well water. The turnips don't sit in the water and it drains away immediately. And here, Max is dipping bok choy into a tub of water to rinse off any easy to remove dirt. The water in the tub is well water and the bok choy isn't submerged for long. Educators may recommend it and audit standards may require using a sanitizer in reused or recirculated water. But ultimately, it is up to the farmer to use their judgment and assess the risk of cross-contamination in their washing process. At Dicott, all the food contact surfaces used in washing vegetables are cleaned and sanitized daily when in use, and the well water used for washing is potable, which means that water test results show no detectable coliform or E. coli. The farmers don't make any claim that their vegetables are pre-washed, and they don't have any customers or food safety audit standards they must comply with that require they use sanitizer in their vegetable wash water.